Hello everybody, and welcome back to my round 1 recap of the Colorado Open. Whoo-wee! That's all I gotta say, bro. Oh my god, this game was genuinely... I'm not gonna give too many spoilers away, but this game, I would say it's my immortal game, at least for now. At least for now. At least for like the near future. It's my immortal game. Yeah, today's gonna be a round 1 recap of the Colorado Open, which started today, Friday, and will be ending on Sunday. So there's 5 rounds, and yeah, today I'm gonna be recapping the first round I played at the tournament. So to give some information, I am about 1,300 USCF because I haven't played, and I'm pretty underrated, to be honest, for USCF since I'm about 2,100chess.com. So I'm pretty underrated for USCF. But I was playing in the U1700 division of the Open, and I was paired up against the top player of the Open division. Sorry, of the U1700 division. I was paired against the top player of the U1700 division. He was an Indian guy, 17 years old, and I'm not gonna give his name out obviously, but he's an Indian guy, 17 years old, and super underrated. But he was 1692. Me, I'm 1300. 1692. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the camera before. I was looking at my screen. But okay, I was paired up against a 1692 USCF rated player, and I'm 1300 USCF. All right, first round. So I was playing on the DGT board. If you don't know what a DGT board is, it's like those boards that basically portray your game. You connect the board to like a device, and it portrays your moves and everything on the screen. So I was playing him on a DGT board at the front of the room. All right, and I was playing the top player of the U700 division. I was so nervous, but I was playing the top player, Indian. Like he's the guy, bro. He's the guy. He's the guy that everybody's afraid of in the 1700 section, including me. But yeah, all I'm gonna say is get ready for genuinely my best game, my best classical game of all time, at least for now. All right, so I'm playing black. He's playing white. All right, the first game. Let's get started with start review. All right. I'm so happy to cover this game right now. I'm actually genuinely so happy right now. Okay, so he played e4. I think I already gave a spoiler away, whatever. Okay, he started off with e4. Okay, he's playing obviously just e4. Okay, so I go for my trusty Caro Khan, c6. I'm so happy I went for that. I went for c6. All right, then he went for d4. And again, think about it. He's 1698, so he probably knows a lot of lines in the Caro Khan. I was thinking that at the back of my mind that he probably knows a bunch of lines, but I still played my same opening because again he's like almost 700 USCF, and he's still underrated too, which is kind of crazy. Like he's almost 700 and he's still underrated, which is actually insane. Okay, he played d4 obviously. I go for d5. He takes, which is I was actually expecting for him to push and go for e5 here, but he actually ends up taking, which I'm really glad about because I prepared a lot of lines for taking. So he did take. I take back, and then he goes for the book move, bishop d3. I go for knight f6, and then he goes for bishop f4, which is a fine move here. And then I just developed my guy. I was thinking about going this move, but I was afraid of I don't know what I was afraid of here actually. I could have gone this move actually. I don't know why I was so afraid. I don't know actually. I don't know the reason I was so afraid. Yeah, I don't know. I should have gone that move. I didn't go that move though, and I went knight c6 here, which is attacking the pawn, obviously. He has to defend it. Actually, for now, it doesn't really attack the pawn since, even if he doesn't defend it, it just goes, I don't know, let's say it goes, knight, here or something, just a random move. Then I take, and actually, he gives me a check. No, sorry, never mind. Cut what I just said. It doesn't work. No, because if he gives me a check, I just take it back. So, never mind, it doesn't work. All right. Cut what I just said. I'm just too happy with this game. All right. My immortal game. Okay, so I go here. He goes for c3, which is obviously a very nice move, protecting the pawn. I go for e6, which is finishing with the book moves. He goes for knight d2. I go for bishop d6, takes. And this is where I was a little bit confused. I think he should have gone knight f3 because he's immediately controlling this square. I don't know why he went this move. It doesn't feel like it does anything. This move doesn't control this square. He can't go to this square. Only square he can go to is here. But then from here, what can he do though? If he goes, what am I doing? How do you take the arrow off? All right. Oh my god. So takes. Whatever. Okay, he goes here. Yeah, again, I was gonna say, like, if he goes here, he can't really hop into any of these squares. So this knight's kind of useless. So I kind of take advantage of that. I castle first, and then he goes h4, which I don't know. I was kind of scared of this move at the beginning because I was afraid of some stuff. Like, okay, so I castles, he goes h4. I was afraid of like f3 and then g4. Start, you know, trying to get all the pawns on my side of the board, on the king side of the board. But yeah, he goes h4, and I play the best move here, which I'm so bro. This move is one of the most moves I'm so proud of right now. It's a pretty easy move to find, but oh my god. Okay, okay, yeah, again h4. I'm kind of glazing myself right now. Okay, h4. E5, an amazing move. Like, I'm noticing, you know, the reason I play E5 is because I'm noticing he's getting his pawn to this side. He's trying to push. So I try to attack in the middle, and I go for E5. That is where it starts, guys. That is where it starts. This is where it starts. This guy, 1700 USCF, all right, playing at 1300 USCF, makes a mistake. Knight B3. I mean, I was confused about that move since can't I just push? I mean, I was actually contemplating the idea of rook e8 first, which I'm so happy I didn't do. I was like, do I really want to push? The reason I didn't want to push at the beginning was because I was afraid of, since this pawn's now called a backwards pawn, guys, if you're wondering. This pawn is now called a backwards pawn, which means that he could somehow get this pawn out of like guarding this pawn or something. So it's like a backwards pawn. I was a little afraid of that, but I still went for e4. He went back. Okay, in this position, I was going to go... I was actually really thinking about this move. I'm not even joking. I was thinking about this move, bishop c4. I'm sorry, I was thinking about the move, bishop g4. Because I know he can't move that, but I really, really wanted to go knight g4 here. I know it's a mistake, but I'll show you what I'm trying to do later. Knight g4. He goes for the only move here, genuinely the only move here, which is queen d2. The reason it's the only move is because... what I'm threatening, oh my god, no looking. All right, here, so here, yeah, so here. The reason I went for this move is because I'm trying to go for e3 here. All right, the whole point is I'm trying to go for e3. Yeah, and if he does anything else here, like if he just like moves rook or something, I go e3. If he tries to push, I get my knight into this square, and now you know my knight's in a beautiful square. And again, even if he takes, you know, his position is just pretty, like, you know, pretty cooked. So he has to go for d2, so I can't do this anymore. But now I go rook e8, which is not the best move, but it's fine. It's not a pretty good move. I knew he would do this move also. I was like, I know from the bottom of my heart that this is again, like he found two really good moves. This was the only good move he found, which is I'm not the only good move, the only move in this situation that works. Which is queen f4. Don't take, though. Do not take. I was thinking about taking and going for e3 here, but I did not take. I went down, playing it very safe. He castles, which is actually the wrong move because of another great move. Bro, just look at this position right now. Again, he can't do this. Castling is terrible because, again, of this beautiful move. Beautiful. e3. Takes. And he's already done for. He's not done for. It's very hard, but, you know, I'll show you. So takes, rook down. Ooh, another great move. But look at this. 3 great moves. Knight c4. Attacking the rook. So he has to move back somewhere. He has to move back up, which is actually not the answer, which he didn't find. He should have actually sacked his rook and just traded off a knight for a rook, which I was thinking he would do, but he didn't do that for some reason. He just gave up an entire piece because he thought he had rook d1. He was like, oh, I have rook d1. I can, you know, he can't move the queen because I just get checkmate. And by the way, back here, in case you're wondering, the reason this is so bad for him is because, and the only move here is rook d2, is because if he does anything else, like if he does, if he does like this, then I can actually, oh, sorry, my mouse lagged. I can actually take this. He takes back, and then I can have a free knight over here. So let's go back. But the real game happened like this. So he goes here. He went down. Perfect intermezzo going. He has to move, but again, he didn't really have to move. He could have just sacked the rook for a knight, but he didn't do that, so he moved. I take the free knight, and then he thinks he has this, but I sack my queen for 2 rooks. He cannot move to this square because my knight's there. And I'm telling you, the fun is just about to start, guys. So stay in the video. The fun is just about to start. It hasn't even got started right now. All right. Bishop back to D1. Bishop F freaking 5. Look at this freaking good move, bro. I'm genuinely so proud of this move, bro. Like, again, here, this fine, he has to block. You might wonder, what are you talking about, bro? He just takes. No, no, no. If he takes, so you sack the rook, he takes, and then you go for knight E3, forking the king and the queen, and winning the queen. Absolutely insane. So that's why I went for this move. He can't take because of the whole sacrifice and the fork. And I'm making the point of this move is because I'm controlling this square to make sure he can't escape to this square. He can't escape to this square. His king is really boxed in here. He went here. I don't know the point of that move, to be honest. And then I went rook e8, just making sure I have a nice, a nice. I could have also gone knight here, but I wanted to play it more safer. I went rook e8. This move, and here, which is a little bit of a mistake. The point is he can't really take here. Because I actually give a check. This is the craziest thing. I actually give a check here. He moves because he can't take because he's in the pin. And I go here. Like, this is actually crazy stuff. And then I go rook f2. Or actually, no. Sorry. I'm dumb. I can just take here. I just take here and checkmate. Never mind. Sorry. Guys, again, I'm analyzing the game right after my game. So you guys got to bear with me over here. This is right after the game. This is my first time checking the game also. Like, I'm doing it with you guys. All right. So I go for rook e8, which rook e2, which he can't allow this, so he cannot take. He also can't. There's no checkmates here because my knight, so he can't go for any of that. He takes, and then the brilliant move. Oh yeah, it's not that good of a brilliant move, but brilliant move. Oh my goodness gracious, bro! I'm so proud of this game. Rook takes d1. He had to take this. He had to take this, by the way, or he get checkmated. So he has to take this. Rook takes, oh my goodness. Here, knight e3 forking. Here, takes. And the rest of the game is history. He actually made it really tough for me to win this game, to be honest. But I think literally every move I found was like almost perfect move. So he played a couple of moves here. I'm not gonna go through this that much. I was kind of scared of these two passers. But I ended up finding a really good way to eliminate those. Yeah, just bring my king in, bring my king in. Go here. Here's the only move. I push h5. He has to try to go back to protect it. And then the final nail in the coffin, king c8, which is trapping the knight. The knight can't go here, the knight can't go here. He tries to push, but it doesn't work since I just take. And there's no promoting because of my knight. And my boy resigns. And I win the game. I beat a 1700 as a 1300 USCF guy. I'm underrated, and my goal is to win the U700 Open Division in the entire Colorado, bro. If I genuinely win the the 700 division in the entire Colorado, Zuimo, that's all I'm gonna say. That would be insane. That is literally just the start of my journey. Then, if I actually end up winning this thing, but I did end up being I did end up beating the highest rated guy. So, I do have chances to beat everybody else. But, it depends. People could be underrated like me. So, I can't tell. But yeah, that's it. That's the game. The final accuracies, I think, were 90% for me. And then 88 for him or something. So, it's a close game. I played like a 2400. He played like a 2200. And I actually, from this one game, I gained 60 USCF ELO, bro. I think like 55 USCF ELO just by beating this guy. Which is actually insanity. Yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Rounds 2 and 3 are tomorrow, so I'm going to recap those games after it finishes. And yeah, enjoy your day, guys. Peace out.